morning everyone. This is Raghavendra from Data Science Department working as a Assistant Professor in Marri Laxman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management in Hyderabad. So in this previous session, we are covered into the topics what it mean by operating system and what will be to the operating system, what are the operating system operations, and how many different types of operating system softwares are there. In these basic concepts we are discussing into the last previous session. So in this session, mainly we are discussing into the operating system structure and operating system services. Before we are going to the in this session, just briefly explain the what it mean by operating system and how many types of operating system softwares are there. Just let me discuss into the just a few lines. Okay. First of all, operating system. So what it mean by operating system? So operating system is a interface between the user and computer system hardware. So it is not an interface between the application programs and computer hardwares. So why? Because the application programs it will solve into the only users problems only. So this is the reason the operating system here only it will collect the hardware resources and allocate it to the programs. So that's why the mainly operating system we have to interface between the any computers users and computers hardwares. It is a mainly interface between the both. So and again the operating system. So operating system is one of the software. So which type of software is mainly? So there are in this operating system mainly divided into the two different types of softwares. So one is the application software and another one is the system software. So system software is it is manufactured by the designers and developers and developers. In this application software is so it is created and it is created to the users. Okay, so mainly the operating system is one of the software. Okay, so coming to operating system, mainly first we are writing in a set of lines of instructions, set of programs. First we have to save it into the secondary memory, and the program will be executed with the help of the operating system. With the help of the CPU can be executed into the main memory. Okay, all the programs will be saved into the secondary memory or hard disk, but it is not stored into the main memory. Why? Because the main memory does not stored into the several types of this type of applications or programs. Okay, whenever the program will be executed, it is automatically terminated into the main memory and it will be saved into the secondary memory through it will help of the CPU. So coming to the next topic is computer system structure. So in this computer system structure, so it is arranging the hardware component and software layers that together to make the computer functions. So in this computer structure, in the inner layer is the hardware, and the top of the hardware we have one operating system software. In this operating system top of the layer is the applications, and top of the application layer have the users. So in this the computer system structure, these four different types of components. The main component has the hardware and operating system and applications and users. In this hardware having the different types of hardware components are there, like CPU, memory, and storages and input output devices. These are computer system components. So CPU having the executing the instruction process, and memory having the memory means the main memory. The main memory RAM having the temporary storage for the running programs. Okay, and storage holds the data and operating system, and input output devices like a keyboard, mouse, and monitoring monitor. So and bus connects through components like data address and control buses. All these are the hardware components. And software layer, operating system, it is manage the hardware resources and provide the services. And next, application software. Application software is runs into the top of the operating system software. And this is the instruction flow diagram. Like first it will be into the hardware and operating system software and application programs. It will be used by the users. And next, coming to next topic, the operating system services. So this operating system services, and all these services provided by the operating system, and there are two different categories. Mainly it will derived into the operating system. One is the users operating system and system operating services. User services, first one is the user services, and second one is the system services. Operating system manages the computer hardware and software resources and supports the application programs. So in this operating system services, there are 9 different types of services. All these services will be provided into the operating system only. And so some systems will be provided for the user side and some users point of view, and some operating system services will be provided into system services. Let me discuss into the operating system services. So there are 9 different types of operating system services are there in this operating system. First one is the program execution, and second one is the user interface, and third one is the input output operations, and fourth one is the file manipulation, file system manipulation, and fifth one is the communication, and sixth one is the error detection, and seventh one is the accounting, and eighth one is the protection and security, and ninth one is the resource allocations. All these 9 services are provided by the operating system, and some services will in the provided into the operating system, some user point of view, and some mainly these program execution and user interface and input output operations and file system manipulation and communication error detection. All these are the users services, users point of view services. And next, these resource allocation and protection, security and account information, all these are the system provided the services. So let me discuss into the one by one. So first of all, program execution. Okay, program execution. Coming to the program execution, the program should be loaded into the main memory, and this program will be saved into the secondary memory. Whenever the program will be executed successfully, automatically the program in the main memory program, and in this main memory automatically terminated, and it will be saved into the secondary memory. Secondary memory or hard disk or auxiliary memory, we call it the secondary memory. So in the operating system, one of the service, it will be provided by the program execution. So it is the operating system that will manage the program it is going to execute it. It loads the program into the main memory and which is to be executed. So the program will be loaded into the main memory and it will be saved into the hard disk. So This is one type of service. It will be provided by the operating system. So next one is the user interface. User interface. In order to communicate with the computer, somewhat difficult. Why? Because in order to communicate in the computer, so set of instructions are there, so which is following to some set of instruction, so it is somewhat difficult. That's why we are using the user interface providing CLI and GUI. That means command line interface and graphic user interface. Command line interface between some, we are using the some commandings, so in order to communicate, easy to communicate to user face, so that will be easy to communicate, like graphic user interface for user interaction purpose. We have to provide in this service that enable to user to interact with the computer. It acts as a bridge between the user and the system. So this services also provided the operating system. Next one, input and output operation. So input and output operations. We know about the input output operations, like operating system manage the input and output operations and establish the communication between user and device drivers. Like we are using some keyboard. They are having some keyboard control, and we are using the monitor having the some video controller. We are using the some memory having the memory controllers. So in this communication between the user and device drivers, so which is provided into the operating system, that is called input and output operation. So next, operating system, file manipulation in operating system. Whenever we are creating the operation, the create operation used to create a new file or directory. So whenever we are using some, the data can be stored into the file. The data can be retrieve the file, and we can search the any file, we can create any file, we can delete any file, we can edit the file, we can rename the file, we can copy the file, we can move into the one operation. All these operations we are using in this our system. That is the service of file manipulation service. Whenever we are using this type of operation, in this service will be provided into the operating system, much better to communicate with the computer. Next operating system is the communication. So communication means, in generally, the communication means it is an interact between the one channel to another channel, or one person to another person, or one or more person. It is exchange the data for transferring the data, or information transferring to one to another person. Okay, in this communication between the process means enable the process to exchange the data or synchronizing the actions. If two process either, if in this communication between process means, here one or more process, it will exchanging the data, like exchanging the any file, exchanging the any information through IPC model. So that is called inter-process communication with the help of the IPC. That is means inter-process communication. So in this process, it will be two. If two process in this the system or any other different system, any other system, it will be having the files, any same process having any file. So with the help of the communication service through the IPC, that means inter-process communication, with the help of the enable to exchange the data and properly, and with operating system manage the communication between the process, include the data transfer among them. So in this communication service also provided by the operating system, and this is also one of the users operating system. Next service is the error detection. So in this error detection, whenever by executing the program, it will find some sort of errors may occur in this program. So it is detects and handled system errors like hardware failures or software bugs. So operating system detects the errors in CPU, not only CPU but also input and output devices. So the error detection is by executing the program, it will make some occur into the some sort of errors. So it is finding and detect the like hardware failures or any software bugs or occur into the middle of the program executing. It will one of the service it will be provided into the operating system. This is also user's point of view, user service. And next operating system, next operating service is the resource allocation. So resource allocation. So if the program is being executed, so it may require lot of resources. We need whenever the program will be executed, it may occur. We need some lot of resources are there like CPU or memory and input output devices or programs or system resources we need, and these types of resources we want, that is called resource allocations. The CPU scheduling algorithms are used to allocate resources like some scheduling algorithms like FCFS and SJF and round robin and priority. So FCFS means first come and first serve, and SJF means shortest job first, and next round robin and priority. These are the CPU scheduling algorithms. Whenever the in this ready queue, whenever the first FCFS means whenever the program will be joined into the ready queue in the least time or arrival comparison to arrival least time, so the first program will be executed and priority wise it will be taken into the first come first serve, first come first serve to the program. And SJF means whenever the ready queue it will be joined into the which program will be first which program it will be executed first. So that priority will be taken into the SJF. And round robin having some having the some time quantum or time slice is having that priority wise it will be taking and priority. So these are the CPU scheduling algorithm using allocate some resources. And next service is the protection. So the multiple program in this where whenever we are using in multiple programs environment, one process should be protected from another devices and safeguard system resources like file memory and CPU from unauthorized access or misusing. So protection is services also one of the major service. Why? Because whenever we are having some data, having some any storage purpose, we should protect the some files is also one of the major thing. Why? Because you don't having protect the data, so it is definitely the unauthorized person or third party person will have to access, and it will inbuilt some inbuilt or some hacking or threats, some steal the data it at any time, at any cost. We lost the some data in the middle of the transaction. So that is the reason the protection also one of the service into the operating system. This service will be provided by the operating system, by the system. This is protection is the system service. And next service is the accounting information. So in this service, different accounts can be created from the multiple users. Different accounts can be created for the multiple users. Tracks resources usage like CPU and disk and memory, and for billing and monitoring or optimization. So these resources usage will be a lot of usage may last into the while creating different accounts can be created for multiple users. So that's why the resource are used, and what kind of resource are used, the total information is accounting section. So these are the mainly the operating system services. It will provided into the operating system services by the user point of view and system services point of view. Next class we have to discuss into the what is like next topics are system calls and different types of system calls. These topics we will have to discuss into the next session. And thank you very much.